Did you really think you could just walk off with that? We'll be bringing to bear all the technologies we can to deploy the Asili safely and effectively. Terramorphs. More attacks. Quite the conundrum we're facing. Stopping a creature we barely understand. That data you acquired, I expect, will prove crucial. Wasn't there a report he'd been killed recently? 3 Terramorphs? More attacks. For the attack to happen so quickly... Something doesn't add up here. Very well. The science division agrees. What are you doing? We need to hear more. The things we do here, the tech we develop, benefits all of humanity.
But if we do elect to use this method, we'll be doing things at the pace of a megafauna, which is not an expedient one.
Attempting to open the archives, it seems like the right way forward. We're on the cutting edge of technology here. It's an exciting place to be. What do you think you're doing? No. Instead, by displaying plainly our intentions, that the plant will not be used as a weapon again. Reginald Olays? Glad you didn't let the Luddites scare you. The microbe will be safe. They'll see. I don't believe we're done. Put that back.
I'm inclined to agree.
Help! Murder! Yes, because we're going to make sure it does. Presenters should be on the platform. You should go gather your compatriots so we can begin. I'm pleased we'll be working together. You seem like a person who gets results. To someone with limited knowledge of biology, perhaps. The technology behind the microbe is solved science, Madam President. It isn't dangerous. Better to stretch your legs after we're dismissed.
The captain makes a fine point. That's a lot of effort to do. What is it you're implying, Chief Diplomat?
Well, the TMD has a long road ahead of it. But the results will be worth it. The captain makes a fine point. That's a lot of effort to do. What is it you're implying, Chief Diplomat? Terramorphs? Another city attacked? No. I want us to display plainly the UC's actual intentions, that the plant will never be used as a weapon again. Help! Someone's being attacked! Risks, though, that can be mitigated. You needn't be so afraid. We aren't some cowboys. This will be handled responsibly. Pickpocket! Stop! As I believe we should.
I dare say she got it.
I'll take that, thank you. While intimidating creatures, certainly, Asilis are docile unless provoked. They're honestly closer to oversized mobile scanners than deadly predators. We're far from finished, Captain.
Ah, that makes you the captain then. You have the cabinet's thanks for the risks you took to get us this data. Alarming conclusions, to say the least.
The chance of a starship landing on you as you sit here isn't zero. Yet you still attended. Someone do something! You're going to need a place to do all this work. But I think I know just the spot, just as predicted. The concern is that, while all proposed methods will be long-term efforts, the Asilis are the slowest. Slow to breed, slow to deploy. But if we do elect to use this method, we'll be doing things at the pace of a megafauna, which is not an expedient one. Using it to sterilize the terramorphs and shut off their ability to transform would be effective and humane. Then we can clean them up as needed. I can feel this one. Personally, my fear isn't mutation, but terramorphs developing a resistance. But that's something our group can continue to address if we decide to take this approach. What do you think you're doing? All branches of the UC are on board with the plan. Now it's just a matter of executing. What are you doing? Wrong spot, Captain. Using it to wipe out the terramorphs would be the quickest path to protecting humanity. I can almost see the gears turning. And as the captain says, we can say definitively this is no normal terramorph. The other factions are as at risk as we are. It's quite the conundrum you two have uncovered. But we'll get to the bottom of it. We do everything we could to accelerate that process, including mustering some of our mothballed cloning technologies. Oh, that is an interesting idea. A grand gesture to further display this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past. There are so many different groups across the settled systems, it's hard to keep up with all the work they're doing. And taking that route, well, the existing terramorphs, they'd still be out there. And they're not short-lived creatures. But they would be the last of their kind. We didn't get where we are by sitting on our laurels. Our laurels, in fact, became uninhabitable a long time ago. Helps to remember that. All you need to concern yourself with right now is collecting that data. I can second, Madam President. What I saw from the report reinforces the idea that this was an anomalous spawning. Oh my God! The other factions are as at risk as we are. Hey! Give that back! Infinitesimally low. A little hard to concentrate with you lurking. Someone help me! It's traditional for our witnesses to stand on the other side of the table. Hey, give that back! Heavens help us. Is that actually him? So then the captain's idea is a golden opportunity to improve relations. Make a grand gesture. Show definitively this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past. Hey, that isn't yours. Just some of the most advanced microbiological research humanity's ever deployed. Hardly nothing. I'm inclined to agree. I didn't realize the captain was such an expert. That is an interesting idea. A grand gesture, showing definitively this cabinet doesn't think like those of the past. Major Sanon and I have some ideas of how to proceed. She'll be able to fill you in on what we discussed. I can't help but agree with the captain, just as predicted. Glad to see someone's not afraid of a little applied genetics. You made a wise choice, Captain. This microbe is the clearest way to a terramorph-free galaxy. Help! I'm being attacked! Hardly. You may just have a little more company than before. No. But it would allow us to display plainly the UC's intentions, that the plant will not be used as a weapon again. Don't try that again! Are you all right? I hope you're ready to get what you asked for. Those poor people. Slaughtered by a madman. The old xeno-warfare team battling against the very aliens they once tried to weaponize. Almost ironic, really. The science division is in full agreement. But it's a compelling point, Madam President. A terramorph doesn't care about factional boundaries. Rather odd, don't you think? A Londinian-style terramorph attack a full 20 years after the original. Why now? And here?
I dare say he got it?
We're waiting on the rest still? We're going to do everything in our power to make sure these Asylees are deployed safely and effectively. There'll be plenty of time to talk later. Right now you're needed elsewhere.
Same here. Trying to isolate their ship systems and see if we can affect them in any way. I'll need more help here in the lodge.
Just as predicted. Grand threats merit grand actions. And grand actions are precisely what our group does. An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat. That would protect more lives than waiting for them to die off on their own. That's mine. Give it back. Absolutely correct. There are no better hands in the galaxy for this project than ours. There was something you were about to say, wasn't there?